Hello everyone, welcome to another DC animated movie, but this time is something a bit special. Around December 2017, I stumbled upon a news that just makes me questioning things. Apparently, Japan is making, well, at the time, was making a 3D anime about Batman. And not just that, because they did one previously, a series of 5 shorts. But this time, a future animated 3D anime film with the premise of Batman and the Joker and a bunch of side characters from each part stuck in medieval Japan. I had to see this movie as soon as it would be available, and here I am. This is technically a blind run for all of us, but I only seen
Yep.
trailers, and I am really interested from if at least half the stuff that I've seen is as good as the premise it may be. Um, I'll tell more the technical details in a second. For now, start right before the
Warner Brothers
Warner
logo.
Bros. As per usual. All right, 3, 2, 1, click.
So far,
All
this
right,
movie seems to have gotten a pretty good reception, as is part of the course for a lot of DC animated movies.
this also has quite the cast behind, not only in sense of voice actor, there are also the voice actors, both for Japanese version and the English one. For context, we're doing the English dub, but basically both of them are of equal value for this case. But basically, they have they in this case they have the animation was done basically by the creator of Afro Samurai, Takashi Okazaki, I think it's called. The script was done by Kazuki Kamashima, basically of Studio Trigger, so basically work on Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill. Oh yeah, for starters, Catwoman.
Also, she is not kidding when she says you have probably never heard of every single Batman story. There's a lot out there.
For starters, this is technically an Elseworld story, so it doesn't impact the continuity. And we start with actually traditional 2D animation
Well, it's sort of
in
an
modern
elsewhere.
day Gotham City.
Well,
But things are about to change. With a particular thing, Gorilla Grodd is not a Batman villain, he's a Flash villain, but for some reason he decided to do something here in Gotham.
honestly, Tio, there's been so many times when unorthodox villains cross over to other superheroes, and
Yeah,
Batman is quite
true.
possibly the biggest magnet of them all.
Yeah, well, for obvious reasons. And
Like,
also, a bit of continuity in terms of voice actors. Batman here is voiced by Roger Craig Smith, who voiced him in the Arkham Origins games. And all of a
so.
sudden, Batman is stuck in feudal Japan.
Oops.
Um, Nothing to see
Okay.
here, just a cosplayer.
All right.
Sorta. A bit uglier.
Oh boy.
So, looks like Batman is wanted.
By a clan of the Joker?
Hmm.
But they
Yeah,
want to
they're
hurt
not clearly.
you.
Yeah. Hmm. I wonder.
I wonder indeed.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. There are no skyscrapers here.
Sucks.
And that's the premise.
Yep,
As
Batman
you
is
can see
trapped in
also,
old feudal Japan.
a bunch of, as you can see also, a bunch of people, also Western people also worked on this. So it's a conjunct project between DC, not writers, but DC people and anime, figures from the anime industry. It is indeed a very interesting project. The last one, the only other case where Japan made an anime based on Batman was I forgot what it's called.
Was that Beware the Batman?
I think so. It was a series like 5 short episodes, not really connected between each other. Let me check. I'll check in the meantime.
So yeah.
But yeah, also yes, yeah. The English cast is also very meaty, with a lot of people reprising roles here and there. Like for example, Catwoman before was also voiced by
Grey
basically
Delisle.
No, Grey Griffin.
Yeah, Grey Delisle. That's one of her.
Oh, it's
other
an art
terms.
name. Okay, basically her voice actress from the Arkham.
Yep, you may remember her from Avatar: The Last Airbender as Azul, or the current voice of Daphne Blake.
So basically, Batman needs to first understand what the fuck is going on, and second, formulate a proper plan.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there. Oh, Jesus.
Oh God, you troll.
Have you ever learned personal space?
No, he's the Joker.
Oh, he knows personal space. He just chooses to ignore
Hi,
it.
Harley.
Harley Quinn, voiced by Tara Strong,
Tara
reprising her
Strong
role
once
from the
again.
Arkham games, and Joker here is played
Yeah,
by Tony Hale.
I kinda grew to Tara Strong voicing her.
Weirdly enough, they didn't bring back Troy Baker to voice Joker, but they brought in Tony Hale.
So basically, Joker has become Oda Nobunaga, of all things.
I'm guessing this has something to do with what Grodd was doing with that time machine.
Yeah, he was working on some time bombs, and apparently Batman has been sent a bit later than the others. We basically gave the time to the Joker and the others to basically do whatever the fuck they wanted. Of course.
Can I have some non-lethal sauce, please? Oh, who am I even kidding? From what I can gather, this is Tony Hale's first time covering the Joker.
I think so, yeah.
He's by no means the worst Joker. In fact, he's not my favorite Joker, but he's a good enough Joker from what I hear so far. And yes, folks, as you can tell, this movie is purposely going out of its way to go after some of the more infamous tropes from old school anime, like the insane fast-moving plot, the anime motions of characters and whatnot.
But at the same time, it's using the 3D animation similar also to Afro Samurai, made by the same creator.
Director.
And it was probably a good thing they had the Joker be the lead villain, because if ever there's a villain who can work with a pacing that's insane, it's him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, he's not alone for this, so don't worry.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of some of the other major Batman villains, we'll get you covered on
Yep.
that. Of course. We. Oh shit.
He won't kill, but that doesn't mean he won't break some bones.
As per tradition.
Yep.
Um.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And get drunk as shit with sake.
Lovely. Don't you just hate it when villains get their hands on that time machine that allows them to spout that annoying quip in your face?
Let's just be glad Joker hasn't become Hitler yet.
Well, remember, Tio, he's got a standard against Nazis.
True. That's actually, I forgot about that.
And don't worry, Frank Miller's crappy excuse of a Joker is not canon to the mainline universe either.
Nope.
Hi, Catwoman. I guess it's fitting that she uses her Azula voice for this movie.
Tell me what I mean. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, that's Fred Tatasciore as Grodd. Gee, Fred Tatasciore voicing a big muscular guy in a superhero media.
Well, at least he
Never
gets to
saw that
voice. Hey, at least he gets to voice a genius bruiser.
Mm-hmm.
All part of the plan. Thank goodness this is one of those cases where Catwoman's on your side and not against you.
So basically, Batman deduces quickly that the vast majority of the Bat family also has to have been time warped here. But why, Grodd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, let me guess. Joker probably usurped him on that.
And that's where your movie starts.
So, here's our rogues gallery. Let's see, we got Joker, Poison Ivy.
I saw that stroke there.
Goody.
Yeah, hand waving. That's the best you're gonna get here. I mean, it's a time travel story, so they need to keep these things simple. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're never gonna get out of it.
And it's not the first time Batman's been time traveled. In fact,
Oh no! After Final Crisis, a lot of things happened.
You know what I still want to see? Full adaptations of all those time eras. Like, come on, Batman the pirate, Batman in noir times as
Batman
a detective.
the caveman.
Yeah. So basically, all the villains are given lordship over estates. So essentially, boss fights.
For context, yeah, this is the time Japan was fragmented in a shit ton of macro provinces. There you go.
Oh, goody, we got the Penguin.
Yep.
Oh, I recognize that Penguin, and how fitting! It's Tom Kenny reprising his role as Penguin from The Batman, where Penguin was pretty much an acrobatic villain who, yeah, could do some awesome kung fu along with that umbrella. Of course, Poison Ivy is played by Tara Strong.
Yay!
Deathstroke is also played by Fred Tatasciore, so not that big a guy.
Yeah, not gonna lie. The way they done Two-Face for this with his card app being basically a Noni mask, that's actually amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, the Joker and Harley controls the meatiest part of Japan.
God, this art style is gorgeous to look at.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll
I'm usually
admit,
not a big fan of CGI animes,
Yeah.
but this actually looks really good.
when I saw the trailers and previews of this, I didn't get the best impression because, for one thing, it had one of the animation styles I am really not a fan of. Slow frame rate CGI. Okay, a show has to be good for me to like it. It's also a nice way how they mix in a bit with... Oh,
The
God.
best of these guys ever. You know what, Jova? But Bruce like that reminds me a bit of Deacon Blackfire, actually.
Maybe that's a subtle reference.
Possibly. Interestingly enough, Western people in Japan were not allowed back then unless they were the Dutch and they were allowed only in a specific port. The original tale of I forgot the name. The one that is told in the video game Neo is kind of based on that. Hey, Alfred. Let's see. Alfred here is voiced by Adam Crossdale.
Hey, Bruce, when's it gonna set in?
For context, in case you don't recognize me, Pedro is the voice actor of Ignis.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
that's completely fitting. So
Yeah,
sure.
perfect.
Yep, Adam Crossdale's been in plenty of shows too. He's been in Once Upon a Time, he's been on Supernatural, he's been on NCIS Los Angeles, you name it.
I guess he was feeling wild.
Also, fun fact, Adam Crossdale's first video game role ever was as James Bond 007.
Fitting. Well, maybe under other circumstances. Yeah. He came up with a new recipe.
Wow. So, of course, the plan here is to use our advantage now. Tech brought from the future
Yeah.
into the past, which the Jokers won't be expecting. Oh.
Or maybe it did.
Ha 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 ha. You gotta wait till you see you've actually got a body. Future, biatches!
Yeah, this Batmobile has Tron lines. I guess just works.
I guess it's one of those models.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna work.
That is cute.
What?
Oh, crap.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Magnets, of course.
Magnets, how do they work?
Excuse me, what?
Good going, Arlie. You shake that ass.
Oh, boy.
Oh no. It's one with time bombs. Oh.
Okay.
Of course, it's an anime, so giant robot. Why not?
You know, to Joker's credit, I can see now why he needed 2 years to prepare.
No shit.
Well, it is Arkham.
I know that Fuma Shuriken are supposed to be big, but this is ridiculous.
You know, the best thing about this movie is that it's the Joker. This kind of thing makes perfect sense. I could see him making a plan that is this needlessly complicated. Troll Batman. Go to the past, 2 years before Batman will arrive, just so you can set this up. Fool him into thinking he's got the upper hand, only to then crush his hopes.
Oh,
It's
no.
just the kind of thing Joker would do.
Yay, the Batwing! Well, a mini version of it, I guess. Oh.
Oh, Well, snap.
Now what? Oh, the bad cycle. Sure, why not? Let's morph everything. Oh no.
God help him if that just happens to be an ancestor of someone important, too.
Yeah, better not
Yeah.
screw up too much like that. Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Bane is a sumo wrestler, of course.
His voice actor is actually apparently kept from the Japanese dub.
Because I guess it doesn't as much say.
Actually, I wonder if this is actually just some random schmo that Joker pumped Venom into.
Possibly.
Would not surprise me. So in that case, it makes perfect sense he's speaking only in Japanese. Yes. The Bat Cycle
Bat
now
armor.
doubles as Bat Armor.
Armored Batman. Sure.
Wow.
You were keeping these for Superman just in case?
Probably. Huh. Oh.
Yeah, I don't
About
think
that.
you have that. Oh? Oh, the eject. No. Oh, of course.
Ah, the classic bait and switch. Man, being a hero is tough. No
see that.
regrets.
True.
I mean, literally. You just had to say it.
The one time I'm actually being sarcastic at
Bat
that.
ninjas. Yes.
Well, we couldn't have a movie called Batman Ninja and not do this, now could we?
Party pooper. So, Batman nearly got his rear end handed to him, so...
And has all his tech busted, basically. Oh, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Nightwing, he is voiced by also Adam Crossdale. Red Robin is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. Hello?
Actually, Tio, Red Robin is actually voiced by, Will Friedle.
Will Fry. Oh, right. It's, sorry, my
Oh,
bad.
he's
It's,
wrong.
it's the normal Robin's voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
Yep. Will Friedle, known well for his, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Apparently now this is a prophecy. Apparently Batman is part of a Japanese prophecy now.
Of course.
Sure, why not?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first prophecy he's been a part of. And hey, we have
yeah.
we have countless stories showing us that if Batman never existed, the world would go to crap.
Lord Bat. Come on, Bruce, to cherish it a bit.
But I believe that Batman can save the world. Seriously, that seemed like it was going to be a panning shot to that Avatar seed. So yeah, Wilfredo, he voiced Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond. He's, of course, well known for his role as Ron Stoppable in the Kim Possible series. He was Fang and Frozen Prom Goer in Teen Titans. Oh, he was also Kyle Rayner in Justice League Unlimited.
Huh. You'll start from scratch.
Yep.
Oh, hello. Robin, that's a terrible haircut, come on. Because, of course.
Well, it could be worse. At least it's the Damien that actually can smile and isn't a murderous psychopath. So yeah, Yuri Lowenfeld plays several Robins in this movie, actually. He plays, Damian Wayne
the normal
Robin
and Jason Todd.
Yeah. I know the dark side of the moon is mysterious, but we don't need a montage for it. Ghost of Tsushima crossover with Batman.
Sure. That's the new game that Rocksteady is also developing.
Okay, if that actually gets made as DLC for Ghost of Tsushima, that would legit be awesome.
It would. Although, I guess if it's a what if scenario, fine. But considering they're going for an Akira Kurosawa style of tone, don't put it in the main story. Make it like a what if thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's probably what DLC would be.
Anyway, apparently Grodd is also here, figures, and wants to speak with Bruce. That's the thing also about Grodd, in case you don't know. He's very conniving as a creature. Even if it wants to make an alliance with you, never trust him fully.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He always think of himself first. If you didn't show up? Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, like you'd have had it any other way, Grodd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like also Bruce has any other choice.
That is, unless Grodd's just playing him in some COD with the Joker. Either wouldn't surprise
Most likely
me.
as well.
This is probably one of the shortest DC animated films. They're usually around the 2-hour mark. Especially considering this one is made in Japan, and Japan definitely goes more for the longer run times when it comes to animation. But no, this movie isn't even 90 minutes. Huh.
To be fair, the pacing is rather
Quick, yeah.
not just that. Not that. While stuff happens, a sequence of events happen relatively fast. The way they actually get executed is relatively slow. They take its time.
Yeah.
It's a decent combination, if you ask me. At least so far.
To me, it's a nice way to have a throwback to the way anime and old shows of that time used to be without, it being annoying like it is when it aged badly.
Hello.
And which is probably just what he wanted.
Jesus. Jesus, entire
Jeez.
Gatling.
Ha.
Oh.
Steel ram.
Yeah. Decoys. Yep. Yeah, we kind of need these kind of shots.
Oh! Of course, Damien's no stranger to katanas.
Yeah. Which reminds me, Joe, we finally cleared out the whole who's the father of Damien.
I haven't checked. I'll get back to you on that.
Hmm. Oh, Jesus.
That eye blinked.
Jesus.
He's okay!
Yeah, he survives this.
Or maybe not.
Let's just pretend he did.
Sassy to the end.
Yeah.
Oh. What a surprise. Well, fuck. Oh.
Eddie Circus would be so proud of this character.
Yes, he would. Yeah, ninjas tend to do that. Of course, Grodd saw this coming too.
Grodd?
That's-
Eh?
Anytime? Oh. Oh, it's Two-Face.
I Harvey.
He's voiced by Eric Bauza. Check.
All right.
Oh, he was in a shit ton of things. What do you think? Hmm.
What a lovely sight to go with that sunset.
Yeah.
Oh, of course he got away.
I do think that despite being technically CG animated, they do a good job in still giving it a handmade feel.
That's the
Yeah.
same. Again, it's the same thing kind of that happened with Afro Samurai. If you haven't checked it, give it a try. It's very good. It has Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. They do a very good job of pretty much drawing what appears to be
There are
hand-drawn
some
animation.
times where the animation gets a bit of a hiccup, kind of the equivalent of a frame rate issue a bit, but it's very hard to notice. Of course. Let me guess, it's been a blast.
Well, it depends, Batman. Has his Joker immunity card
Jesus.
expired? And whoa! Totally
Position.
dead.
Or maybe not. Oh, the Penguin territory, yeah. This is Poison Ivy's territory.
Mm-hmm. She's voiced again by Tara Strong.
Deathstroke's territory. Two Faces territory, there you go. They give him a sound crown, of course.
Of course. A little competition to see who will come out on top.
Sure. Oh, snap.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, touche.
Symbolism.
But of course. Hi, Alfred.
Jeez. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The world's greatest detective.
Yeah.
Again, Elseworld story, so this is assuming he's not in action by much. Much time, I guess.
You know, maybe.
To be fair, though, here Dick Grayson is already Nightwing, so
I think this is one of those Elseworld stories where we can assume that everything is as it normally is. It's just transported in time. Not easy to go back. Your smarts. Oh, thank goodness it's the Batman who isn't a whiny loner.
yeah.
It's the Batman who recognizes that, yes, he can have happiness, and, you know, having the Bat family is actually better for him.
It's a shame that Barbara Gordon is basically the only member missing at this point.
I'm surprised
She's not in this movie.
I'm almost surprised they didn't include Batwoman, too, since she's been getting a lot of push lately.
True.
I'm guessing that was more like a decision on part of the Japanese filmmakers because obviously they're not as aware of that kind of stuff.
I mean,
Possibly.
for all we know, they were just doing their specific take on it.
Traditional hand-drawn. Yay.
So, we have yet to see Jason Todd, though.
Doggo.
Wow, he really is Ignis.
Perfect casting choice.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised. I mean, were the actors directed by the Japanese original director, or was there a localization team?
I think there was a localization team.
Oh, okay.
From what I can understand, on all accounts, there was a lot of collaboration between both sides.
Remember, Warner Bros. And DC Entertainment worked on the project also for Japan, so it's easy to assume they had a part when it came to the localization and the voice direct.
Yeah, I'll say this, the localization is pretty spot on from what I've seen so
Oh.
far.
More hand-drawn animation.
Lovely.
Oh, there you go, that's Jason Todd.
Huh.
And yes, before you ask, that ridiculous hat actually was a thing back then.
Yep. You have an awfully Brooklynish accent.
Oh, now it looks like the Princess Kaguya movie.
I think that was intentional. Of course, Jason is the edgy as fuck. What?
Wow, I guess Jason Todd would be the epitomous person to know about death.
Well, to be super angsty against the Joker.
Wait. Do these two have amnesia?
Due to the explosion, most likely.
Either that or they're really playing the long con and just faking it.
Not the first time that has happened, to be fair.
Yeah, on both accounts.
We're sorry we interrupt you for... yeah. Too much violence.
A bamboo gun. What?
Jason, did you try killing the Joker again?
Yeah, context for those who don't know, Jason Todd was the second Robin. He got brutally murdered with a crowbar by Joker, so
To be fair, keep in mind though, it was also a reader's choice. The DC literally asked with a poll to vote.
Yeah. Jason Todd sadly wasn't that popular in the day.
It was very annoying, so I understand why people did not want him around.
Hey, Theo, you remember also the era where Jason Todd was literally Dick Grayson right down to the circus background before they revamped that? You know, this could be the best possible thing. Joker and Harley Quinn, amnesic, actually good people, stuck in the past.
And able to create a progeny of potential Jokers? I don't know.
Maybe they'd be sane? Although, one thing's for sure, the best thing to do is to keep our eyes on them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, you gotta take a look at this cliche.
Uh-huh. Well, Batman, there was technically at least one or two stories where he could hide that, but then again, those were completely different circumstances. In fact, one of them, he thought you were dead.
Rotoscope, sure, why not?
It's so adorable. You know, aside from the fact that those two are kind of two of the biggest mass murderers from Gotham. Okay, that's at least good on Batman's part. Not leaving them.
Well, but not just that, priorities at this point.
Yeah.
Behave, Jason.
He also does have a point. If they just killed these two innocents, that might bring unwanted attention their way, too.
Oh? Oh no. Well, fuck.
Did their memories just get jogged, or did they actually fool them?
I guess we'll find out later.
Yeah. One month later. These transitions are so corny. I love them.
Have you ever changed on your costume, Serena?
Maybe not. Mom, look, it's that castle again that rose a month ago.
No, not the doggo.
Oh no, missile, get out of the way! Missile will live.
Hopefully.
Of course we had to reference Batman Returns.
Well, to be fair, he tends to have penguins throughout his incarnations anyway.
True, but that's one of the most memorable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, goody, a Dracu plant poison castle. Is that Lady Deathstrike?
Nah.
No, wait, no. What am I thinking? Lady Deathstrike's Marvel. I mean,
Yeah,
Shiva?
for the Marvel Universe.
I wonder if that's Shiva. Since, you know, sometimes Deathstroke likes to get in with the League of Shadows here and there.
True. It's weird, well, because when it comes to, you know, having ladies, Deathstroke actually has his own moral code, so...
Yeah. I mean, he did devotedly love his wife.
And had two major children, one son and the Ravage.
Yep. The son died, needless to say, and...
The daughter turned against him.
Yeah. But not before she tried to be like him so much that she gouged her own eye out. Of course, apparently that had to do with
Jason,
some...
behave, please.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
What better way to do it when they're fighting each other?
Sengoku Batman, amazing.
Wow. You will be the living legacy.
Yes. The
It's
score, by the way, was done by Yugo Kanno. Let me check what else he did.
it's corny, but Batman does it with just the right sense of seriousness that I can actually take it seriously. Things considered.
Oh, that's why I remember. He did the JoJo anime scores.
Oh, wow. They really went all out with the crew
Oh,
for this
okay.
movie. It's umbrellas versus plant poison. A penguin megazord.
Now this is officially a Sentai work.
Brilliant. Okay, now it's literally Sentai.
More
Not
than
just
meets the eye.
not just that. Like it looks like the XYZ robot cannon from Yu-Gi-Oh.
True.
Oh my god,
Kinda
you're
looks
right.
like that.
Eh?
Uh-oh. It's the Two-Face castle, I think. Which of
course.
course symbolizes equilibrium.
Huh. Well, they're pragmatic. They immediately fire on him. You know, to be fair, Red Robin, wasn't it eventually going to happen considering what you deal with in your own timeline?
Yeah. Again, just be glad that Soups and the others are not here to watch this.
I know, right? You know, it's a shame that they couldn't have done a Spider-Man cross. Well, then again, that Japanese Spider-Man was in modern times. Don't worry, it's all part of the plan.
Of course.
50% of it, anyway. Yeah, thing about Two-Face. If the coin tells him to unleash all hell, the only thing that stops him is if he loses the coin. And even then, that's no guarantee.
Oh, fuck. We... Oh shit.
Frisbee toss! Huh.
So... All down? Of course. Oh, alright. Right, the mind control device. Well, of
So,
course, the
of
mahjong
course.
piece is...
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. I was so hoping this would happen. He manipulated them so they built the statues and their own fortresses, so we're about to get a fusion Zord. So I guess you gave up on the United States of America. Wow, that was clearly a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel pose.
Oh no, the toxin. Bummer.
Of course. You know, it was a brilliant plan when you think about it. Wait until all the other competition is knocked down by Grodd, and then all they gotta do is take out Grodd.
Yeah.
Figures. Even if they were legit, it was only a matter of time till their memories came back.
Why not?
And now Joker is in command of a giant
Everything.
mech, and yeah, all of Japan.
These are already tossed away.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I do love how this version of Joker definitely rolls with the punches and just decides, okay, you try and screw me over, I'm gonna make a party out of even that.
Alright, where were we?
Oh great, Joker in control of the mind of some of Gotham's worst criminals. This can only go well.
Become as God?
Oh my god, Joker has his own leitmotif.
Well, that's not.
I think it's a pop band, let me check.
Now I'm imagining a Joker Ranger show.
Sure, why not?
Oh my god.
What am I even watching?
You know, I imagine this movie would be insane. Yet somehow this has surpassed my greatest expectations of just how insane it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Also, how ironic. The
Well,
entire...
Jova, it's a Japanese-made product. Did you honestly expect anything in it to be normal?
You know,
Not just that,
it's the perfect combination. Japanese anime wackiness with Warner Brothers animation lunacy mixed in with the Joker at the forefront. It's just the perfect recipe for madness.
Not only that, it's ironic. The entire Sentai genre was started with Spider-Man, the Spider-Man
I know.
70s show, and now DC is basically using it.
Yeah.
No,
No,
not
not
the
the
monkey!
monkey! Oh, thank God. Oh.
Really?
Really?
No, you don't. That's a nice thought, but
We're
I'm
going
not
to go
sure
after
how
the
that would
Joker with
help.
an army of monkeys.
Mm, but only because you say it so nice.
That monkey is like straight out of a Speed Racer anime.
Actually, it reminds me a bit more of Alex Kidd. Too much monkeys.
Wow, you know a sight's gotta be strange if even Joker's shocked by it.
So, can we give him typewriters?
I...
Um, Jesus. Oh.
Eh? You know, Joker, for referencing, I'm pretty sure there's an alternate universe where you, Batman, and everyone are actually primates. Oh my god, it's the Adam West Batman theme, but done with a Japanese flute!
Whoa.
What?
Is this Akira now?
I
Yes.
think it is!
Okay then.
What's next?
I'm not even sure how that works, but why not?
What's next? Ghost in the Shell?
Evangelion? I mean... I'm seeing a Batman anime with an army of monkeys on the good guy's side being formed into an Akira-like statue that is fighting a Joker fusion Megazord fused from 5 bad criminals.
This must be what
Ow.
Queen Matt feels like.
And yet, it's so good to watch.
It's in good hands.
Guess it's that day when you're not exactly the best of
we
friends
need
with
that
her.
cat fight, you know.
Huh.
Hmm. Jeez.
I don't recall kisses being
Oh,
that lethal.
flamethrower. Roasted monkeys. No, not the monkeys.
Oh, snap.
We're all dying.
Eh? Was bats? What?
Yeah, I remember we're part of the Bat Clan. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Lovely.
No shit. Oh.
Sure, why not, Kaiju?
Yeah, let's combine them. Might as well.
A
Jesus
bat
Christ.
monkey.
Let's go even more batshit insane.
Again, that's twice that the Joker's actually stunned at how crazy things are.
Oh my god.
It's the classic Batman.
Yes, praise it.
Oh my god. Oh. No way. Is he actually gonna do it?
Holy. What the?
If he even becomes storyboard. Oh.
Time to take this up close and personal now.
Yep. So, while Batman goes confront the Joker, the other rest of the Bat family will take down one by one the other members. Of course, it has to be Red Hood versus Deathstroke.
Cute. Of course, Tim Drake against Two-Face.
Damian, yeah, spare the jokes.
Huh.
For a while. Yeah.
Oh.
Of course.
He hypnotized himself and Harley.
And the catalyst.
Yep. Yep, that's definitely a Joker plot.
Yep.
Wow. It's diabolically brilliant.
Oh, and it transitions to animation.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a plot where Joker actually has hypnotized himself like that. At least not in recent memory.
The closest I can think of is recent is Gotham White Knight, but that actually has a complete different type of story. It's not self-hypnotization.
Oh, yeah.
No, I do believe it's a good story overall.
Oh, yeah. I like Gotham White Knight for the most part, but it kind of does have to do some things to make its point. Like, for one thing, it's a Joker that's way less lethal than the Joker we're used to.
Not just that, they unnecessarily make Batman like Crazy Steve for the sake of the story.
Yeah. I mean, now to be fair, it's an Elseworld, so it's more forgivable, and it's not as bad as Crazy Steve. But it's kind of a shame we couldn't have tried something like that with the more proper duo.
Okay, you really need to learn personal space. Poison Ivy with a katana. I guess, yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure you two will go bowling eventually a month later after this with Poison Ivy. Well, unless one of you is dead.
Also, monkeys' asses.
Ouch.
Jesus.
Also, probably should note, I love how they actually have Carly's classic look as the helmet.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That's the thing about this movie. It's not only referencing a lot of Japanese anime tropes, but it's also referencing a lot of Batman stuff across the lore.
Yeah.
To the point where the Bat Mech, or whatever that thing is literally classic.
Oh, yes. We need the sword duel on the rooftop.
Yep.
that's a phrase, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, right?
He's got a good point. I mean, that's like going to France without seeing the Eiffel Tower in an action film. And you won't like him when he's excited, because he just becomes more unpredictable.
Yeah. cornered. It really is.
Yeah, especially with villains like Joker.
Yeah.
Dang, he actually yanked on the cape. That's just bad form.
Well, remember what Ed Napot said. There's a
No
good reason
capes.
why no capes.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but it has been a fun movie.
Yeah. Oh, and this was the score that was using the trailer.
Typical. Oh.
Not the mask.
Oh, of course he has another layer for that mask underneath. Oh.
Oh. Of course, he's
Oh.
Batman, so he can parry things with his hands.
The classic blade stop. That actually is a move you can do in real life, but it's really hard to pull off.
It's really like a lock stroke.
It is. A boomerang katana? Why am I not surprised? Dang.
Oh. Of course.
Snap! Wow. If there's one thing I love, it's when Joker gets punked like that. That was... very clever.
Why does bats get so many bats exactly?
Summons them, and here, I guess it's part
Oh,
of the
that's
ancient
the-
ninja legend.
Jutsu poses.
I guess-
Datebayo!
Ninja,
Ninja
Batman!
Batman.
Oh, so at first he was a samurai, but now he's just going full on ninja. You.
Next the
this
only thing
is-
missing is baseball, and this will make the perfect.
This isn't even my final form.
Do it, you
You immortal fuck! It's too easy. Oh,
Oh, snap.
okay then. No one to judge here. Oh, basically the end of the Dark Knight then. Kinda.
Okay.
I think he did that just to troll Joker almost.
Possibly.
You complete me.
And thus the reign of Joker is brought to an end.
Now let's just hope that the citizens of Japan will just forget about this.
Yeah, a bit of collateral damage. Oh, wait, never mind. To be fair, it was out in an open field, away from the village.
Don't worry,
True,
Jova.
by tradition.
Don't worry, Jova. Everybody was evacuated. This place is abandoned. Don't you know?
Boy, the history books are gonna have a field day with this.
Ian, I forgot his voice by Matthew Yang King. Oh, poor
Aww.
monk.
Huh?
The grandmother, yes, is a lot of interest. Of course, monk.
Yep. Of course, the flower petals.
The cherry blossom, yeah. Truly, this
And
was the
the
best San Francisco movie.
And of course, the panning out.
The Quake engine.
Yeah, I remember it was the thing that Grodd invented.
Grodd, for as smart as he is, can suck with coming up with good names.
Oop.
Classic.
Of course.
Yay! Amazing.
Okay, let's see
Yeah.
if there's an after credit scene. Oh, great, there's
Oh,
artwork.
we're done in the.
Oh,
Oh,
Jim
the credits
Gordon.
are in the style of traditional comic books.
Wow. With a bit
Yeah,
of
basically this is the
manga
aftermath, I
artwork
think.
in.
Yeah.
Also, I love how Batman was using a horse-driven Batmobile for the party.
Yeah. All right then.
Oh, apparently there is a mid-credit scene coming up.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, wow. Just wow.
Yeah, this was really amazing.
Yeah.
I need to also notice, well, this is also a case of, I noticed that is a bit of woolseyism because the original script was completely written by Kazuki Nakashima, while for the American release, I don't see it.
Attacks. Of course, the mayor of Gotham. Oh, wow. The horse-driven...
Horse ninjas.
Horse-driven Batmobile. Oh, Catwoman, you didn't.
Sure you did.
I guess to her credit, if you're gonna sell
She
ancient
sells the fucking
artifacts...
pot of Grodd.
You know, I guess to her credit, it keeps the time stream from getting screwed up. Sell it back to an antique shop.
Makes sense. It's the second thing you should do for a time travel story, other than the what Beef does in Back to the Future Part 2.
Oh my god, that is awesome. So, Bruce, are you gonna be on a Japanese anime high for the next few months?
I guess. Fucking weeb.
I guess I'll have that prepared for next time.
Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, the original script was done by Kazuki Nakashima, but for the American release, the script was very altered by two writers, Leo Chu and Eric Garcia. So technically speaking, they, by their own admission, the American release and the Japanese release are two different. We treated kind of like two different movies altogether.
Really?
The way they're handled. But I'm guessing the difference are still relatively minimal. I'll check myself with the Japanese version one day.
Oh my god, yes, there's a full version of that Joker theme.
Yep. So yeah, anyway, final thoughts, I guess. I'll start just for good measure because I was the one discovering this movie first, and Yeah, totally not disappointed. This is exactly what I was looking for. I was expecting a crazy Batman movie set in feudal Japan, and I got it. It got
Yeah.
even those stupid things like the giant robots or the monkey fusing with the bats to make a giant Batman figure. Because why the fuck not? Fucking Batman, man. Um, I also really liked the various usage of animation. The 3D, like I said, I said 3D, but usually if you don't like 3D animation, especially for example that god awful new Berserk season anime. But in this, it's less annoying because of the
Oh,
way it's
Liden
used.
Films.
The directing. Sorry,
No, no,
what,
no, no, no.
Pedro?
One of the animation studios was Liden Films.
Forgot who are they?
They're the animation studio that do the Liden anime.
Oh, okay. But yeah, also about that, you have different styles of normal animation and also the very sketchy animation doing the sequence with Red Hood, the Joker and Harley brainwashed. Uh, so it's a bit all over the place in the movie. So I can imagine it may startle a bit someone, but I do like the difference instead of being a consistent 3D animation. The only thing I it kind of threw me off a bit is that some of the other characters, especially the other main villains, are not used that much. They're just there for a couple of minor fight scenes and that will resolve quickly.
Well, give them credit to
So
you. At least unlike Arkham Knight, they actually play a factor into the finale.
true, I guess. But again, Jova, different kind of things.
Understood.
But overall, I really enjoyed it. Also, again, the voice cast really good here. Again, the casting for Alfred was top notch.
Hey Teo,
It was just unwanted.
You keep we keep in our Sunday commentaries we keep telling you that Roger Craig is of course told to read those bad lines that you don't like.
No,
Well, he voices Batman here, and he's great here.
but that's the thing, Pedro. I believe you because I listen him in other roles like Ezio
Yeah.
Auditore, Chris Redfield, and everything. So
Sure, sure.
when I talk about Sonic, I talk about Sonic. But that's a topic
Sure.
for another day. Point being, I really enjoy this movie. It's really good. It's really good for a laugh. Also, I'll watch the Japanese dub on my own and see how much difference there may be. But I'm not expecting too much, as considering it just need to some minor dialogues to rework and everything. Um, and yeah, these also will probably need a generation's time in the future because I want Shiri to see this
Oh
as
yeah.
well. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I
that's
also
all
went
for
in on
me.
that generations commentary too.
Great movie. Go next, Pedro, I guess.
Yeah, that was glorious. It basically takes the lunacy of its own concept and completely embraces it. It never at any moment apologizes for it. It just goes complete nutso and just uh, keeps escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating to the point where they basically run out of insane things to do.
Again, in case you needed to remind that one of the main writers of this, or one of the main people behind this was involved in Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill.
I mean, it's brilliant. You couldn't have picked a better stance to have such cuckoo casted.
I think another thing that one of the things that help this kind of so the fact the argument of the fact that Batman has been done in so many incarnations at this point that you can do anything with it and it will work somehow in some kind of fashion. You need to really try to screw it up, which which to be fair, some people do, like Frank Miller as we mentioned. But a lot of time you can do this kind of weird out of nowhere stories and make them still work. Not just this, but for stuff like Gotham by Gaslight, Batman Vampire, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue, Pedro.
No, like I said, it's gloriously hammy and crazy. It's funny. It's and the characters are on completely on point while still being exaggeratingly crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Tara Strong, and so and she's my personal favorite Harley Quinn. So definitely great to see her here.
Yeah.
So Coolio, and the rest of the voice cast also does a great job as well. So props to them. I'm fine with the animation, honestly. I don't really have a problem with any of it. Like I think the look and the overall even movement of it's fine. I mean, even when it does technically have a low frame rate, it I don't know. To me, it feels like an intentional artistic
Yeah.
choice rather than an
I
actual.
can imagine that. Yeah.
I mean, personally, I don't really mind the way this movie looks. It looks fine for what it wants to do, so fine with it.
Yeah.
And the music is also pretty good. Aside from that, it's kind of just like one of those, like, if you want something that does the from different with Batman, there you go. Here's
Yeah.
one.
It's also quick and on the point, so it's easy to pick up and go.
I mean,
Yeah.
I dare say this movie could have been a contender for a theater showing with all the advantages it has.
I think it. I think it said it was direct to DVD or
Oh,
and
yeah.
Blu-ray.
Well, all of the DC animated films are direct to
The only
to home release
was
at
it
this
also
point.
Batman of a Phantasm? I forgot.
Oh,
But that was
no,
a
no,
long
no,
time
no, no,
ago,
no,
too.
no.
True, and it was tied to the animated series.
Mask of Phantasm was a theatrical release, but that's like, I feel that's like the only DC animated film.
Basically, Tio, we're referring to the official line of DC animated films, not connected to the animated universe. That's its own universe. These are basically animated films that started off with their adaptation of The Death of Superman back in 2003, I think. A while ago.
All right, go ahead and finish us off, Joe.
Okay, I want to start off by saying that I am amazed at how just unique this sold. And let me tell you this. You've seen a lot of stories of Batman, and when I first heard Batman Ninja, I thought, well, that sounds way too obvious. Like, I mean, I almost felt like, oh, I've heard of this before, yet seeing this film, it felt incredibly fresh, without having to go, well, okay, it goes over the top, but it manages to go insanely over the top, without feeling like it breaks
It's trying too hard.
Yeah. I mean, the brilliant thing is, like, well, they combine Batman, a well-known property, with a hell of a lot of Japanese animation, and heck, even some live-action Japanese show tropes here. Like, you've got the Sentai, you've got the rushing at each other.
The katana battle on the rooftop on the building on flames. That's the staple.
The perfect thing is, like, well, everything they do fits in perfectly with the characters used and, the traditions in the Japanese culture. Like, they definitely did their research for this film, too. I mean, granted, they had Japan help, but you can definitely tell there was a good collaboration here. The humor is wonderfully on point. The dialogue all works pretty well for each character without coming off as, well, without coming off too cringy. It's actually amazing. It's like, okay, I'll admit...
You expect something like this to diverge into the cringe territory, but no.
I think the best thing about this movie is, like, well, this movie could have just gone, oh, look at us, we're insane, hammy. And, that might have still worked. But
even the fan service is kind of toned down. Yes, you get the couple of scenes, like with Harley shaking that, but again, it hardly does that all the time. So... it's surprisingly contained, especially for a Japanese product.
Involving Poison Ivy, Cat, and Catwoman too.
I mean, yeah, I guess the most that there is that shot where Catwoman jumps all over, and you get the shot of her jumping. But I don't know. I think it's fine enough.
I mean, anyone who played Arkham City was gonna see that anyway, with how much you have to slide with her anyway.
Yup.
The point being is, like, I mean, again. They could have just gone the silly route, and, they still could have had a good film. But what's great is actually they have a lot more effort than you would have imagined to. Like, yeah, the scenes they showed off were the more wacky ones, but there's actually sometimes when the movie actually does slow down and quiet down. Heck, even with Joker on screen. And it's actually neat how they give Joker kind of a new idea here and there. Like, again... You're working with Batman and Joker, some of the two comic book heroes you have seen a lot of times, and yet this feels so amazingly fresh. Like, it may be the most fresh idea I've seen with Batman. That's not to say that there aren't other stories of Batman, or even better ones, But I just love how unique this is. Like, it brings a whole new layer and element. And maybe this has been done in the comics, but then bringing it to, the silver screen and whatnot, that is definitely A+ material here. And yeah, the cast is definitely A+ too. First time playing the Joker, Hale here does a pretty good job. Like,
Yeah, I agree. It's fine. He's fine enough for the role.
yep. Tara Strong is, of course, boss as Harley Quinn as
I
usual.
forgot, Jova. Who voices Joker in the Telltale Batman games?
Shoot, I'm not quite sure.
Keep going. I'm gonna check in a time.
Yeah, Tara Strong is also good as Poison Ivy for as much as she is. Tom Kenny, one of my favorite Penguins, so yeah, of course. And it figures, since in The Batman, the Penguin knew Kung Fu, so what better movie than to bring him back for this? Two-Face was, of course, as deadly as usual. The Bat Family definitely got good representation, and Grodd had a pretty good showing for this film. And yeah, the insanity of the Monkey Army is something that actually does fit in with Grodd and fashioned perfectly into this Japanese culture land. I mean, the real treasure about this movie is like, well, it is so silly, but it acknowledges its silliness in a clever enough way so that you actually can take it seriously. It's like a paradox of sorts. Like, of all the things for me to be taken seriously, I would not expect it to be a Joker fusion Zord fighting against an Akira abomination of samurai armored monkeys, then fused with a bunch of bats to create an entire giant kaiju of the classic Batman look from his very first appearance.
It also helps, Jova, that kaiju is very similar in body proportion to Jet the Jaguar, one of the best things that came out of the Godzilla movies.
Exactly.
So...
And even better, they do not waste any references, to the point where they even have the Adam West Batman thing being played on wooden flute. Like, that was just amazing. Like, I mean, this is one of those rare movies where I was not bored a single second. Like, I was always anticipating what was going to happen next. And, the characters, while at first you think, oh, we're going to do this usual routine, then they actually change things up. Like, Joker definitely thinks several steps ahead, Batman thinks a few steps ahead, but then gets trickier and near, but of course comes back reeling. And of course, Joker fights to the very end, just laughing maniacally. And I think I love this end, though, in that Batman actually actively trolls the Joker into thinking he's gonna kill him.
To be fair, Joba, I kind of interpreted that as Batman making a joke himself. He has his own sense of humor, I guess.
That wouldn't surprise me. He can do that. It's just...
Anyway, before closing off, for context, the Joker in the Telltale series is played by Anthony Ingruber.
Huh, from what I hear, he's done pretty good.
He was in James Cameron's Avatar, really?
Huh.
Wow. Was a ground technician, an extra. But he also played James Bond in How It Should Have Ended episode.
Huh. How interesting. Well, anyway, but yeah, to sum up my thoughts on this movie was just amazing. Like, I want to see more collaborations like this. Heck, even do it with other DC superheroes. Like, the possibilities are limitless. Heck, make a sequel to this while you're at it if you want to. It's just... This is an amazing treasure. Like, I had kind of negative first impressions when I saw it, from the low frame rate animation to the way it was looking. But my God, I have never seen, it's not every day I see a project that blows my impressions out of the water. Takes me right from negative to the breaking point of positive. It's just so amazing and fun, and it's a glorious time. And it helps that there's references for everyone, to familiarize themselves with.
It's a thing. It's just like any good Batman media. There's a thing for everyone, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's entertaining for everything.
And it's got everything for everyone who's a fan of Japanese animation and Sentai tropes. So yeah, this was definitely fun.
That's all for Batman Ninja. Stay tuned for an eventual generation one day or another, and for other DC animated movies. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.